Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel, Cooking with me, Chef Quee. Today we're making some yummy chicken sausage and shrimp gumbo. Now there are tons of recipes out there, y'all, and after studying them, I just said the heck with it and just threw it together and it came out great. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with everyone you know, and let's whip it up. Alright guys, let's get started. So I have some chopped garlic, diced onion, celery, and bell pepper, cut okra, andouille sausage or your sausage of choice, boneless skinless chicken thighs cut into chunks, some shrimp. These are medium raw peeled and deveined with the tail off. For our roux, we have equal parts vegetable oil and all-purpose flour. Our seasonings, I have 2 different Cajun seasonings, Slap Your Mama, and the no-salt version of the Toning Sachets, along with some dried oregano. And lastly, for our cooking liquid, I'll be using some flavorful chicken stock. Alright guys, so let's get cooking. So to my pot, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of vegetable or canola oil. I'm going to throw my sausage rounds right on in. I'm just going to allow them to saute for about 2 to 3 minutes. I just want to lightly brown them on both sides. Alright guys, so now that our sausage is nice and brown, we're going to remove it from the pot and set it to the side. In that same pot, we're going to add in our chicken thighs that I've already seasoned generously with the Cajun seasoning. And I'm just going to allow this chicken to saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm not necessarily worried if it's cooked through because I know it'll have plenty of cooking time throughout this entire process. Alright guys, so it's been about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to remove the chicken from the pot and set that to the side. Then we're going to throw in the shrimp and allow those to saute on each side for a few seconds until they're done. Alright guys, so now that our shrimpies are done, we're going to remove them from the pot, set them to the side as well. Now we're ready to work on the most important part, which is our roux, okay? I know the bottom of my pot looks a little scorched, but I promise guys, that's just good flavor. Alright guys, so on to the roux. So I have my pot over a medium-low heat. Now I'm going to add in some more vegetable oil. Then I'm going to add in some flour. So I'm only going to add in half of my flour at a time because I don't want it to all clump up on me, okay? So in goes half of the flour. Now I'm going to take my spatula and just start moving around or just kind of incorporating it in. Alright guys, so now I'm going in with the rest of the flour, making sure I'm constantly stirring just so I don't burn it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I decided to briefly switch over to a whisk to help me break the remaining clumps of flour down. Alright guys, so now that all of my flour has been incorporated in and I don't see any more clumps, I'm going to switch back over to my spatula. And now we just have to play the waiting game, okay? Now it is very important that you do not walk away from that pot at this point because you can burn it. Alright guys, so during this process of stirring, I'm not going to speed the footage up like I normally do. I want you guys to see the color change. So it's going to go from a light blonde roux to like a chocolate color roux, which is what we want. Alright guys, so my roux has reached the color that I like. You can certainly go darker if you want, but this is perfect for me. I'm going to throw in my veggies, my good old Trinity here. I'm going to allow this to saute for about 2 to 3 minutes. Alright guys, so while I'm letting my veggies saute, you'll notice that I'm constantly stirring them around with my spatula just to ensure that nothing burns. Alright guys, so after about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to throw in my fresh cut okra. I'm going to stir it around for a bit and let that saute for about a minute or two. Alright guys, so now I'm going in with my fresh chopped garlic. We're going to let that saute for about 30 seconds. Alright guys, so let's bring this meal all together. So now we're ready to add in our flavorful chicken stock. You're going to see me add it in a little at a time. You're also going to see me use 3 different cartons because they were all like halfway full. It all totaled out to about 6 cups, so no worries. Alright guys, so while I'm adding in my last 2 cups of chicken stock, you're going to see me switch over to a whisk. That is just to ensure that all that good flavor that was stuck to the bottom of that pot that looked like it was burnt, we're going to make sure that all of that's in there as well, okay? Alright guys, so now all of our chicken stock has been added in. We're going to add our chicken thighs and sausage back to the pot. Now it's the time for that chicken to finish cooking if it hasn't already. We're not going to add the shrimp back in just yet because we don't want to overcook it. Alright guys, so we're going to bring this up to a boil. We're going to let this cook for about 20 to 30 minutes covered over a medium heat. Alright guys, so after about 20 minutes, I'm going to add in my Cajun seasonings and dried oregano. If you have a bay leaf, now it's the perfect time to add in one, but I didn't have any. Totally fine. I'm going to give it a nice good stir and allow it to finish cooking for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. Alright guys, so after about 35 minutes of cooking, a lot of that vegetable oil or fat has floated to the top, right? Nobody likes a greasy gumbo, at least not I. So to help with that, I have a spoon that I placed in the freezer for about 10 minutes. This will help the fat cling to the spoon easily while I skim it. Alright guys, now that I have a majority of that fat removed, I'm going to discard of that and let our gumbo cook for about 5 more minutes. Alright guys, so I've turned my pot off, so I'm going to add the shrimp right back to it. Give it a nice good stir and also give it a quick taste test. Alright guys, that's it. We are done. It is the perfect consistency, not too thick, not too watery, and the taste is phenomenal. Let's go ahead and make us a bowl. Alright guys, that's it. We are done. Quite a few steps in this recipe, but well worth the wait. Serve this up with some white rice and you will not be disappointed. Thank y'all so much for watching and coming to cook with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think of this recipe, follow me on all my social medias, and I will see y'all in the next video.